Serbia won't recognize results of sham referendums on occupied territories of Ukraine.
Here's a summary of the article.
Despite its close relationship with Russia, Serbia will not recognize the results of the sham referendums held on the occupied territories in eastern and southern Ukraine. Minister of Foreign Affairs of Serbia, quoted in RTS, a public radio and television broadcaster in Serbia. Details. When journalists asked Selakovic about the sham referendums in Ukraine, he said that Serbia cannot recognize the results of those referendums, given both international legal principles and its own interests. Quote from Selakovic: "First of all, we are firmly committed to upholding the principles of international law and the UN Charter, and secondly, it would be completely contrary to our state and national interests, as well as to our policy of preserving territorial integrity, sovereignty and the principles of inviolability of state borders." Details. Serbia categorically refuses to recognize the independence of the Republic of Kosovo. Aleksandar Vučić, President of Serbia, said that any attempts on behalf of the West to remove Russia from the UN Security Council would destroy international order. His government is also opposed to imposing sanctions on Russia.
This post received a score of 23,000, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Serbia won't accept likely due to Kosovo.
Explain, please. Genuine.
Serbia doesn't recognize Kosovo's right to vote to secede from Serbia. So to not be hypocrites, they have to not support other secession or annexation either.
But on the other hand, Russia doesn't recognize Kosovo, but recognizes Donbass's right to self-determination. So you can be hypocrite without consequences.
Through nukes all things are possible, so jot that one down. Semicolon closing parenthesis.
World politics explain like I'm 5. Why can a country do this? Cause they got nukes. Why can a country without nukes do this? Cause countries with nukes allow them to. What happens when two countries with nukes don't agree with a third country without nukes? Cold War to see which country with nukes gets control of country without nukes. What happens when two countries with nukes go to war? Probably nukes.
How crazy is it that even if the US gave up all its nukes, it could still probably lay waste to a huge portion of the world on other tech and forces alone? Russia, the second biggest military, can't even trample Ukraine, with the West providing surplus backup primarily.
To be fair, Russia's military is nowhere near the strength of the USA's or even China's, arguably the two genuine superpowers. Russia is similar in military might to nuclear-armed regional powers such as France or the UK, potentially even Iran.
UK or France would shit all over Ukraine in about 2 days. Russia's corruption has totally destroyed their capability to make war. They need the whole country to be on war footing to have a chance now. But not sure if their population will stand for that.
Even if you are Russia's ally, any recognition of these referendums is a national security nightmare, because you give the AOK that any nation can claim they held a referendum in your territory and then make any claim to your territory. You basically enable yourself to have a casus belli for war on your territory for any reason whatsoever. It makes manufacturing a reason for war easier than ever before. After all, what would stop e.g. Poland now from claiming they totally held a referendum in Belarus and the people totally decided to become part of Poland, and now Poland has to save their citizens?
You basically explained annexation of Kosovo, lol? Once you jump over UN laws, what's going to stop others to do the same?
The ICJ determined it was legal.
And Russia loves to cite that one. But on the other hand, OP is probably referring to the whole 1999 NATO intervention, which was done without UN Security Council resolution and not in accordance to international law, but was later technically legitimized by Serbia signing UN 1244 resolution.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.